Welcome to the next episode of the ANNABELIZATION podcast. It's been a while, but I'm back, and I'm back with a very special guest. Mahi is here today. She's invited me to her home, and we're going to do this podcast. I can't wait. I don't know Mahi so well, and this is why it's even more exciting to really delve into your life story and how you came into art and how you become such a well-accomplished artist. You really impressed all of us at the Women on Stage event, and she sang her own songs but also showcased art on the wall at the same time as she was singing original paintings of hers. So today this is your treat, is to discover who Mahi really is. Mahi.
Hi, thank you, Annabelle. Thank you.
No worries.
Here too.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Maybe we could start learning about how you first got into music in the first place.
Yeah, sure. I grew up in China. Mm-hmm. I came here only in 2018, and in kindergarten, also in primary school, we were me and our class were brought to music. The text is rich, and it opened up my mind, and it opened up also my impression of what music is and what music does to people.
Yeah.
And so I think from when I was small, I was always listening a lot or experiencing music in my environment. I was not studying much, but I was just really enjoying that there was music.
Yeah. What kind of music was your choir singing? Because you're saying it was lyrically interesting, right?
You mean when I was smaller?
Yeah. Yeah,
they were more, I don't know if you know these Chinese...
folk tales?
Folk tales too, but also they're also included prayers or even pop songs, but the text is very well written.
Okay.
And also maybe for China being a communist country, that we also have a lot of music which are also made to move people.
Okay.
And I think this is also partially also with the beautiful text that really can, could move us even if we were small, and we were really enjoying.
What do you mean by moving people?
Moving people, it's...
I get it's emotional, right?
Yeah,
but you said because China is a communist country, then the music is particularly made to move people. So what did you mean by that?
That it has a kind of reaches people through aesthetic perception. It can awake some parts of you or of people that is that we share in common. For example, love. For example, truth. For example, harmony. Something that is resonates with the nature of our being, I would say, and when through music we can get reminded of this part.
Yes, true. And you're not in a choir anymore?
No.
Do you miss it?
Sometimes, but for me it's also the choir, but it's also the pieces, the pieces which people select, and the text, and the way how it's presented, the harmony. That's also why I really appreciate I really enjoyed the Women on Stage, because also there I felt the field which was created by us was also very much it does the same thing as what I described when I was smaller. Yeah.
Wow, that's the best compliment I could get. Okay, so you started like that. Did you have any musicians in your family, or?
No.
No.
Actually, my father, he also plays. He's also musically talented, but he also never studied any music instruments. Also, my mother didn't. But my father could just pick up an instrument. Pick up an instrument and play melodies. He sing amazingly.
Okay, so you did have artists.
yeah, but he's an architect. He didn't go for music or go for other things, but he's very emotional. So he also gets very easily to sensitive inspirations and stuff, and he just with his own way he also does very well, in my opinion, what music is about. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you feel like that inspired you growing up as well?
I think a part of me also approaches music in the same way. Like also I also have a similar approach to my father. Also maybe about how we function. Just when I write music myself, it's not about a decision that like today I want to do a song and I do it, but it's more I have a kind of a puzzle in clouds or something, and then it just comes together, and then when I'm really in the mood, and like I record it also while I play, and then just everything goes very very fast. It's just like without me thinking, I just immediately kind of know what melody goes there without knowing the notes at all. But it's like I would just sing the melody when I hear I know this is missing, and what's missing I also know it just comes. Sometimes
That's really quite impressive.
No, but I also had difficulty learning music
Theory.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wanted to ask you, you sang your original songs at Women on Stage, and they all have such... It's different when you play, from most people I've seen play ever, actually, in my life. You have such profound messages in your music and philosophical topics and things that when afterwards I ask you, what did this song mean? It makes you think so much. So where does this nature come from? Like this way of writing and composing that is so philosophical and deep. Every song you sing, I always think, wow, that's such a deep message.
Thanks. Thanks. It's more like the inner world, the things which I encounter like myself daily. Like it's just topics which are very present in my life. Anyways, especially also to finish the question you had before earlier. After the primary school childhood age, I came here, and also from this age on I also came even closer to music. I was listening to folk music a lot, and also different types, also classical music. I like different things, and also it's also from this age that I started to question many things and start to observe myself, observe the world, and observe people. Also first because I was annoyed or provoked by many things or phenomenon, which gave me kind of brought me to express this what I felt, because I see nobody says that if I don't say it. Like it's not being talked about, it's not being seen. So I feel like why not? Why nobody does that? So like kind of I have to point it out, or somehow. It was at the very beginning like this, and then these philosophical questions, because I like reading, and also it's when I talk about meditation, it's not really like a practice I do, but it's also realization of what is true, what is not true, and this observation that I have for myself, it's just very naturally I express them in music.
Okay. So maybe more at the beginning you were using music a bit as a tool to point out things that you don't think are being discussed but should be discussed.
I mean, at the very beginning it was a tool for me to release my emotions and to express myself, because I was always not very good at talking directly about my feelings and stuff. And so music was first for me also this vessel, this tool for this purpose.
And then what did it become?
And then it became more, and then it became like what I observed. And then it also became a tool to create or to share a space, share a field even. A state actually. Because I realized that people can have many states, and also myself, I can sometimes be very split, because in one day I have many states, and in this state I am super, like I see everything super clear, and I can there is no inner conflicts at all. Like everything is solved, everything is complete, everything is well, and in other states it's different. So, and I become very aware of how different states feel like also for me, and this can also be delivered in music, because also the music I listen to quite often also have the quality. Also, I use music also as a tool to vibrate with more this specific states, or like it's like a channel.
Yeah, no, it's a really interesting concept, the sharing the state. I hadn't thought about that before. It's interesting.
You do it also in your music anyway, because people do it anyways.
Yeah, it's just, I guess the way you describe it is different than how I'd thought about it. I usually think about the emotional catharsis that you do through music, but it wasn't, it's interesting to say that you're sharing a state with people.
And also different from about releasing emotion, it's also, it doesn't become personal anymore. Like when it's about state, of course you know the state yourself too, good enough to share it.
I would love to hear a song where you feel like it's personal and it's your emotions, and then a song where it's a state.
Okay. I can do that also, just also to say that I don't know if I should define also very clear, like this is about the state, but this is actually the more or less the principle or the idea. Like
no, it doesn't have to be like hard defined, but more like I just want to try and hear the difference for you, because I get this concept that some songs you feel them more because they're personal to you, and then others it's more of a state. But I would love to have a bit of both.
Thank you. Okay, of course.
And I'll leave you the stage for that.
下起了雨，苍茫的雾和你的泪光感染了我，感染了我。Yeah, it's about wind. It's a time where I was very in tune with myself, my inner world, my emotions, and very like authentic to myself all the time. This song expresses in a state of searching for something. It's a longing, the feeling of longing and something.
Like saudade.
Yes, yes, and I felt pain because I was separate from something, which I feel I'm a part of.
Maybe you experienced the mesmerizing song now from Mahi. I was like in a meditative state while I was listening. It's so relaxing. What was this last one about?
It's like sharing a few inner words, but also creating a scene, like a scene, also some description of a beautiful scene.
Okay.
Yeah, that adds to the state.
So what is the state exactly being described?
So the text is like this endless road. Where is the end? I don't see the destiny. Like it seems like I've been here many times and always circling or coming back to the the starting point again and again. And then what caught my eyes, and in a sudden where I realized it's already spring again. So basically on the path, on this road, you get caught with some stuff, and what it is, and it's the beauty that arises from our heart. It's so true, it seems so true, it seems so real and fascinates me. And it's like we are traveling through time and space and entering a dream, one dream after another.
Wow.
So this is like the text. And then in the second verse, it's now the petals are floating on top of the water. And in this such a silent night, butterflies are flying around the tree and then disappearing in one spot, something like that. And then repeating again, it's the beauty that arises from our heart. It seems so real that it catches me, like that. It made me think it's true. And then again, like we are creating the dreams that we enter, and then again and again. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And so what kind of state do you think that is representing?
It is more probably the state of silence, and that once you realize that it's a dream. I mean, I'm again talking about from my backgrounds, from my yeah. And so once you notice it's a dream, and then you have this sudden relief, but at the same time that you are on the middle of a path, but it's I think the state I'm describing is like a space, a timeless, spaceless state where everything becomes eternal, kind of. And then you realize that you had many dreams, and also a bit exhausted from this constant circling, like constant coming back again and again, and not knowing where is the end of the road.
Yeah.
And then the mantra at the very last, it's also from Sanskrit, and it's also a mantra revealing like the truth of reality. Satchitananda Parabrahman Puruchottama Paramantama Shri Bhagavati Samedham Shri Bhagavate Namaham Om Satchitananda Parabrahman Puruchottama Paramantama Shri Bhagavati Samedham Shri Bhagavate Namaham Hari Om Tat Sat 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 长路漫漫，尽头在何方？转了一圈，又回到起点。为什么迷住双眼？不知不觉已是春天。是你我心中流出的你，如此逼真，使我着迷。I had to sing again, sorry.
It's okay.
长路漫漫，尽头在何方？转了一圈，又回到起点。为什么迷住双眼？不知不觉已是春天。是你我心中流出的你，如此逼真，使我着迷。穿越在无尽的时光中央，造就一个又一个的梦。此时花瓣漂浮在水面，在这如此宁静的晚上，蝴蝶围着树飞舞，成群旋转，化为一个点。是你我心中流出的你，如此逼真，使我着迷。穿越在数不清的 就一个又一个的梦。Satchitananda Parabrahman Puruchodhama Paramadama Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha Satchitananda Parabrahman Puruchodhama Paramadama Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namaha Hari Om Tat Sat 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Something like that.
Yay.
Like this.
Thank you. Yeah.
And then the mantra at the very last, it's also from Sanskrit, and it's also a mantra revealing like the truth of reality. And so, yeah, like kind of it's
What does it say?
it says basically it's just a few words to which reveal how our reality is constructed of, like what is the mechanism behind.
Okay.
Yeah. And it makes me with this mantra, it even connects me more to the ancientness, or the, I don't know really how to describe this feeling.
Yeah, well, it connects you to the ancient.
To the ancient, if I can say that.
Yeah, you can. I interviewed a musician once who said that he used music to connect with his ancestors.
Ah.
So people do use music to connect to ancient.
Yeah. And for me, or it's basically the same message, whether I sing it now or it's ancient, it's from many thousand years ago, but it's the same thing actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you wrote this song, and so were you in this own state when you wrote it, feeling like you felt like you recognized a lot of patterns that you were reproducing in your life and that you couldn't see the end of the tunnel?
I was a bit like that, I feel like, yes.
And when you sing this to your audiences, do you have, like, what are you sharing with them exactly?
You often sing this song. I don't know why, but if I do, it would just because I really feel like being being together, being connected with. It's like I speak myself through with this song. It's and when people realize I speak myself, they, that like they also receive more.
Yeah,
without knowing the text they receive, and yeah, probably also in experience.
Okay, so then for you this is a bit of a song. Well, you don't sing it often, but if you do, it's also a bit of a way to connect with your audience.
It's also a reminder, actually, for me, reminding of this message of what I'm talking about. It's also each time I think of it, okay, I can be at peace again. It happens very naturally. So it's also like a reminder, kind of. Yeah.
It's a reminder when you're feeling a bit like
when I'm lost.
Lost, yeah. I was gonna say. Yeah. That's great. That's really useful.
Yeah.
I should sing it.
You should. Yeah, and this also it's really like a reminder, and it applies to all situations because it's the answer to all questions. Like in my opinion, like because no matter what you're obsessed with, it's still the object, and once you remember it originates from your heart. It's like like the feeling, problem solved, or you, even if it doesn't solve, but you see the truth in it kind of in a different way.
That's really interesting. Like, oh, but it was just my heart creating this problem.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, really nice.
I
Thank
hope
you.
it's not too confusing.
No, it's actually really clear. I understood that
Great,
really well.
I'm happy.
And thank you for sharing those songs. The one before, you did speak about that it was about wind and...
It was about wind, and it was it was about. Also, I was talking to like wind, and also to like I was expressing my wish, for example, like that the ones who passed away could be
present again.
could be like could show up as moonlight and always guide me, and wish the ones who like close people could remember these shared moments we had. And it's a bit hard for me to summarize.
No, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You did. I just wanted to
Yeah,
lay
yeah.
them side by side. So one was about your... I'm just a bit confused about the state and the emotion, though, because to me it sounds like both songs are about your emotions.
Yeah, the second one, also even when I sing it, I don't become emotional at all. They are songs which deliver for me a certain truth.
Okay.
It's not about like my personal experienced truths, but I mean also, but they are not.
Okay, I see. No, I
my
understand
personal
now.
stories, for example.
And this way of writing about truths and asking yourself what are some universal truths. Where do you think that comes from? This sort of mindset. Did you always have this mindset growing up, or did certain people teach you to think this way? Because when I write a song, I've never thought about I'll write a song about universal truths.
Because it's really like I said in high school times, like when I was a teenager, I was very much into it's like the thing that I deal with every day. Like it's like it's very central. It's very central to me to figure this out.
Okay.
And if not, like many things were kind of pointless to me. Although I was doing, like in school, I was doing everything for school, but I don't know. Maybe it's like I was suffering. Also, if I don't see things.
Yeah. I'm just trying to understand, what are the differences between artists and where do their inspirations come from? And I was wondering, do you think that this sort of inspiration you have to seek truth, to ask those questions, do you think it has anything to do with your background growing up in China?
So, like many of my resources are from Eastern philosophy and religions, and which really convinced me, and kind of I feel such resonance with these message and stuff. And thanks to my background that I can read Chinese, I have access to many of the teachings or the different resources left by the previous people. And so I think maybe nowadays it's not very common that people talk about it, also in China, but for me they're very, very precious, and they are also my inspiration for my songs. And so it's like
Can I ask what religion inspires you?
they're from different, I mean they're from Sanskrit, they're from India, they're from Buddhist texts like a sutra, or Taoism also. And according to my life, of course, I was not just reading like the theory, the principle, but also how can I see this? Because it's, for me, if it's a truth, then you can see it everywhere, basically in all situations. So also for me, it was always like realizing, learning from life, learning from like what I observe, what I go through, and how does that like connect to, or how does that be like confirmed by what I learned, what I read about?
Yeah.
And so I was like always in this self-teaching, or like a always reflecting mode.
It's in a very inspirational mood, honestly, for me at least.
Yeah, it was also a lot of suffering, like always also because I was also emotional and had pain to do, and it was also a resource for me to get relief.
Yeah, true. So also a way to get relief.
Yeah.
And so I know that in your next chapter you're going to go to Peru in 2 days.
You are the first one who knows it.
And now the fans also. But I wanted to know, what are your next steps in terms of, creativity? Why are you going to Peru?
Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard for me to talk about it, because it's also how life kind of unfolds itself. I found a book which was also last week from a flea market, and I could not stop reading it, and it's from also from Peru, and about many ancient practices, and with healing, they seem very mysterious to me and very attractive to me, and that I felt it's somewhere where I feel close to somehow, although I don't know yet what it is. And my plans for next, I don't have a very, very fixed like a schedule, but I enjoy now doing some workshops, but also to share music, to play music, also with other people, like with no matter where I am, just with people there, local people. Like I like to, because for me music is also to be lived, and it's nice if to share this lived music with different people, and also to explore and to see where's my limitation, and like really to know like if these truths really they apply to like life, and to
I think it's matching also quite well with your curiosity. You're a very curious person who wants to ask those questions. And by going to Peru, you're going to discover a completely new culture, a new way of answering those questions also. And I think that's going to be so interesting for you.
I'm very excited and I look forward.
And we look also forward to Mahi coming back, obviously. And I'm going to share in the episode your Spotify and where people can discover your website with your art and your music. And it was such a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you, Annabelle.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
It was truly inspirational.
Thank you.